there was a question on Twitter on who's better, the 2021 Baylor men's basketball national champs or the 2022 Kansas men's basketball champs. First of all, I don't think those two teams are on the same level. Yes, I'm going to say the 2021 Baylor men's basketball national champs are better than 2022. First of all, they were unbeaten unless they had COVID problems, which was only 2 losses, and that was just Kansas on Senior Day, which is a good loss, and Oklahoma State in the Big 12 tournament. But they were coming off of COVID they had COVID issues, and they tried to play, and they played so many games within so much time, and then they got going again in the NCAA tournament. They dominated Houston in the Final Four and Gonzaga in the national championship. And not only that, the guard play for Baylor in 2020 to 2021 season, Jared Butler, he's better than one of the guards at Kansas. Same with Davion Mitchell. A lottery pick is a lottery pick. And Maceo Teague, he's about even with Christian Braun, or their small forward. But the thing is, I think Maceo is a better offensive player. Mark Vidal, that's a different story because he's not as good as Jalen Wilson on offense, but he did play solid defense, and he could play the 5. I know both of them could play the 5, but Mark Vidal was very, very undersized at the center position when he played there. But he was just a physical presence with rebounding and defense, like I said. Flo Thamba may be better than David McCormack, in my opinion, because he's dominated him in his career. When both of them played at the same time. And the bench play for Baylor was better as well. Granted, Kansas lost more games than Baylor did. And they were trailing to Providence. They were trailing to North Carolina in a championship game. And they only won by 3. I think this past year was just more parity in the game and no true one dominant team. I think it was just a bunch of good teams, but not like dominant, like a Gonzaga. Though granted, Gonzaga is a little bit overrated, which is true. Let's just face the facts. They don't play in a tough conference, but that's besides the point. Kansas lost 4 conference games. Baylor only lost once, I believe. That was just a Kansas and Lawrence. And they won the Big 12 title outright, not shared it like Kansas did. They lost to TCU. They got beat by an injured Baylor team as well. They got beat by Tech. You know what I'm saying, though. And they lost to Texas as well. They're not as good. And defensively, Baylor had better numbers than Kansas did. Offensively, it's more even there, and the thing is, Baylor had like Adam Flagler off the bench. Matthew Meyer, when he played great, he was good. And you got Jonathan Chanwa when he was healthy. That's prior to this year, granted. I'm just saying that because look, it's hard to have like 2 guys that are kind of like starters in terms of big starting centers. They could have 2 guys, really. So, yeah. And they were a really deeper team in 2021 than this Kansas team. They're not as deep, but they're still good. I'm not going to say they're bad because they're a national champion, Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Let's get me up to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.